Cars and people aren't the only things that we need to be telling teens about when they're behind the wheel. Okay, so I just got through reading an article, and I get a lot of articles because I follow certain groups and certain things online about teen drivers. And I just saw where one driver up in North Dakota actually hit a deer, and the deer made the car swerve out of control, hit a ditch, and then the teen died. And so it's one of those things where, you may think, oh, it's North Dakota, we don't have to worry about that. But that's actually not the case. In South Louisiana, we see in North Louisiana, anywhere rural, you see these types of things all the time. Certain times of the year, certain times of the day or the morning, you will see, deer on the side of the road. Sometimes you see livestock like cows or whatnot, and then you'll occasionally see large cats or various other things in certain parts of our state. And so we need to keep teens educated that even if there's nothing on the road, no cars or no people or anything like that, that they need to be watching out for other things, because these are giant animals, and whenever they hit a car, it can be very, very, very bad. And so one of the things, like for a deer or whatever, that's something, it's a low chance of it happening, but you and I have all seen them on the side of the road when you're driving, and you also think that it wouldn't happen on a major road. I drive back and forth between Baton Rouge and New Orleans a lot, and I have definitely seen them on I-10 on the side of the road at certain times of the day and night, and it's scary. And so it's one of those things that we need to look out for. With regards to livestock and cattle, those are things that we need to be looking out for as well. And then if you own livestock or cattle, you need to make sure that you're keeping them entrapped, because you can have serious liability if your livestock or cattle cause damage to somebody who's driving on a roadway, because they're not supposed to be there. So this is something, it's not a happy situation, but it is one that is preventable if the teen is paying attention and understands what certain times of day, dusk type time periods or later at night, the deer like to come out and feed. And so you want to make sure that they're aware that those things are on the side of the road, and there is the possibility that they may be in the road, or somebody else may be swerving to avoid one or something like that. So it is something that is potentially preventable, and we want to educate the teens about, so that they're not doing these types of things whenever they are driving down the road. So Seth Smiley here from the Smiley Law Firm, and this is another edition of the Parents of Teen Drivers Facebook group. And if you have any stories like this, I know I have my dad has a story about hitting a large bobcat whenever he was younger, and it actually came through like the windshield of the car, and it was pretty traumatic. If anybody has any stories of things like this, even big dogs, like those can cause serious damage not only to the animal, but they can cause it to the vehicle, which could potentially be something that would cause damage to the teen who's driving behind the road, or driving on the road. So again, Seth Smiley here, and leave comments below if you have any questions. Please feel free to reach out, direct message me. I'm happy to answer them. Have a good one.